Take it away.
All right, y'all. Welcome back to the Ern's World Podcast. It's your boy DJ Ern1.
And it's your boy Diff Hue.
And per usual, we coming at y'all from Portland. It's not really sunny anymore. It's gone back to like the typical rainy weather. It's been like this for the past, what, day? 2 days?
My bad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting kind of late over here, so you know, little yawn interrupted us. Dang, bro. But yeah, it's a little rainy over here.
My bad, y'all. My bad, peoples.
Nah, you good. But yeah, it's a little rainy out here. It's been kind of sunny for the past couple of weeks, which has been nice. But I mean, because I was in LA last weekend, and the temperature was allegedly warmer here than it was in LA, which is kind of rare. I feel like it's normally super, super hot in LA and typically 20 degrees colder up here. Unless it's like June or July. Would you agree?
I feel like the weather's just bipolar.
That could be it.
So, yeah, you know, it's just one of those things where at this point, I don't even take it serious. You just don't know. And it gets hot, then cold, it rains. I mean, I talked to my mom back home, and you would think right now it'd be like, it's humid and shit sometimes over there, but when I talk to her, sometimes it's like the weather's not even what you would think it's supposed to be at this time. So it's like, the weather's just all over the place. It's just bipolar.
No, that's fair. It's kind of like that. I mean, I say people used to always describe the weather in North Carolina as like bipolar, but I don't know. I feel like it was way more consistent out there than it was out here.
I think it's just across the board. Everything just, the weather's fucked up everywhere.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, I guess that is another, like, speaking of the weather, I mean, this isn't really weather related, but I mean, the whole wildfire situation out in like New York.
Hey, man, they're getting a little taste of what we got. What was it, 2 years ago? Or was it
something like that? I actually sent you a post with like a time lapse of that of the wildfires. It looked pretty crazy. Let me see if I can find it real quick.
Oh, yo, to those people that are watching right now, we are somewhere in the 20s.
Somewhere in the 20s. What you mean? Oh, like episode wise?
Yes, we are somewhere in the 20s.
Could be episode 23. Could be episode 22.
Yeah, depends on which one comes out. Which one gets edited first?
Basically.
Yeah, like, so bear with us, but yeah, also thank you for joining as well and tapping in with us and holding it down to the 20th, 23rd. I think you said
22nd and 23rd.
I don't even keep count at this point.
I mean, there's really no point. It's gonna be a consistent thing at this point. But yeah. So like, I don't know if you saw this post I sent you or not, but this is basically what's going on in New York, pretty much on the East Coast. I think they said the smells made its way all the way down to DC, maybe North Carolina at this point.
That's pretty wild,
right? But it looks pretty crazy. It looks kind of like how it looked out here. When was it? Two years ago, whenever we had those wildfires,
right? During COVID too,
right? So
we on lockdown. Plus that
the air quality was terrible, and then you couldn't go anywhere. And on top of that, like if you did go anywhere and interact with a bunch of people, you might get sick. I don't know if this video has any sound.
It does make for some good shots, though.
It does. Got a little bit of sound. Well, yeah, that's what New York currently looks like, which is kind of interesting. I've never in my life seen New York look like this. I don't know if there's any sound.
That's a time lapse?
Yeah.
Damn.
Crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'll let it run through one more time. But yeah, for those listening on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, we got the video footage of what like New York kind of like currently looks like. I don't know if this is what it still looks like, but it's what it looked like yesterday or like 2 days ago. Yeah. That's what's going on in the world right now.
I'm pretty sure there's a lot more going on in the world.
That's what I got for you.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we segue into, man.
Something I wanted to talk about a couple episodes ago, but we kept kind of ended up, I don't know, I feel like discussing other things, but Aminé has a collab with New Balance coming out, which kind of makes sense because I mean, he's cool with what's bro's name? Salehi Bembury. Salehi Bembury. The dude who's been doing all these like energy collaborations with brands like Clog. I'm trying to think of who else he did a collaboration with.
You take that screen off?
Yeah, I'm just pulling up the list of topics.
My bad.
But there's nothing to see right now anyway.
I gotta see myself, man. Sexy ass face. What you talking about?
Alright. Anyway, yeah, so he's working with New Balance to put out a shoe. Make sure I turn the volume off on this joint. Yeah, here we go. But anyway, it's pretty dope colorway. It's like a brown and yellow. It's very earth tone.
I mean,
vibe.
I like the collab, but I'm not a fan of the type of shoe it is. And it ain't nothing against. It's just I'm not. You know me. I've never been in an athletic like type of shoe type of dude. Like I like the skateboarding shoes, but I don't really like those type of shoes. But I like the colorway though and shit. It's cool. The one thing I don't like about it though, I will say, I don't like that he put his face in there. I thought that was a little extra.
What you mean?
He legit has his face in the shoe.
His face is in the shoe?
Yes.
Where is it?
It's in one of the triangles.
It's so it's, I mean, because I know he's got bananas like floating around. We just showed the bananas floating around.
Yeah, no.
Like
so there's somewhere else, but his face is actually on the shoe in the triangle. It's kind of like,
interesting.
I don't necessarily want to wear your face on my shoe. But
is it in this? I wonder if it showed in this one.
It's in the triangle. It's like in one of the triangles.
Oh, I see it. It's at the bottom. I see it. The bottom, where the green triangle is. If you look like diagonally to the.
I mean, it's a small detail, but it's just like I don't feel like you need to do that. It's kind of like, yeah.
Yeah, it's not really necessary.
To me, those are those kind of that's that kind of shit where it's like
it's cool though.
It's like, yo, like you didn't have to do that. See, let me put my face in there real quick. Like, is there anything else you want to add on?
I think it might be holographic though, so it's like you only see it at a certain angle. If that's the case, then
that's kind of cool.
Right.
If that's the case, that's kind of cool. But if it's just in there,
I think that's the case. Where it only shows up if you look at it at a certain angle. Either that or it's only on one shoe and not the other. Because I'm not seeing it on. It's not showing in this part. But on the other shoe, if they showed it on, when he was just holding it up, you could see it. So I'm thinking it's like a hologram thing.
I do like the colorway though, the brown and yellow. You don't normally see that colorway. It's not a common colorway.
No, it's like a banana or like banana bread.
Right.
Situation. I'm not mad at the colorway at all. I actually like them.
I like the marketing campaign.
I feel like it is. I feel like it's a hologram. It's definitely a hologram.
Okay.
Because like it wasn't visible at that one angle, but now it's visible in this angle. At this
okay. That
angle.
shit might be kind of cool. I still wouldn't put my face on the shoe though.
I mean, it's a nice little hidden feature. I'm not mad at it.
I might put my face in the inside, in like the inside, like the inside.
Oh,
of the
like
shoe.
the insole, like the insole.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about, like the part that your like foot actually rests on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the insole.
Yeah, I do some shit like that.
I'm not mad at that.
You know what?
I'm not mad at the collab at all. Though,
you know what's crazy?
Dope.
I this kind of inspired me. I would love to do a collab with New Balance, and I already have my colorway. I already have the design and everything in my head. I did a quick sketch in my head, and I feel like it would be fire, and it wouldn't be anything crazy. But I know that I gotta have my shit. Gotta be suede. That's all I know. I want suede and brown gum sole. That's all I can say.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that.
Right.
But yeah, those are the Aminé New Balances. I don't even know what model.
Shouts out to Aminé.
What model is this? Does it say? Doesn't say in that post. What about this one? Maybe it says on the new. Maybe it's on the New Balance post, on the New Balance page. Let's see. New Balance. What they got on here? Imagine it being under lifestyle, maybe. If it's anywhere.
Shit, they sure ain't pushing it, huh?
I don't see it on the lifestyle page.
Let's say they not yet.
That's wild. New Balance. Why is this not featured on the lifestyle page?
I mean, is it out yet?
Nah, but it should still be at least highlighted because I mean he's starting to tease it on his on his profile.
Shit, he don't care. He got the check already. You feel me?
Let me see if it's on the regular New Balance page.
He got the check already though. No, does it really matter?
It's not on the regular New Balance page either.
But like I said, he got the check already. So
yeah, I don't know what model it is, but it's a cool little shoe. Just moving along. Yeah. So the homie, I can't even really call him the homie. He's just from the Carolinas. But Zion Williamson out here wilding out. Like in like a initially we thought it was just like a love triangle, but it's like actually like a love square. It's crazy.
Fill me in more.
He has so he's I don't know, I guess one of the girl that he got pregnant is supposed to be like a star. And she was
Supposed
allegedly
to be?
well, not even supposed to be. I think she is like ex stripper.
Can we look her up right
actress.
now?
Probably so.
What's her name?
If not, definitely OnlyFans. Well, dang, we gotta bleep that out. It's gotta be Corn.
Why?
YouTube be tripping.
Well, what's her name?
Dang, what's the girl's name?
Basically, you're taking some.
I can't remember her name, but the other girl.
Well, damn,
the
that
other,
does-
the
that
other,
defeats
no,
the
no, no,
purpose,
wait,
so I
no,
can-
no. The other girl,
yeah.
because the other girl in question is like really, really known in like the adult film space. And her name is Mariah Mills, and she's the one that was tripping about him.
Yeah, but that's not the one that's for sure pregnant.
I know, but
I
I'm
wanna look
saying
up the
though,
one that's
she's
for sure
the one
pregnant.
that's tripping about him getting the other girl pregnant because I don't know. She's been saying like he was talking about moving her down to like New Orleans and stuff like that, and like asking her to be his like official girlfriend and stuff like that. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, he just pops up with this baby essentially.
Yo, what's up with these dudes booing up with the stars?
And then I don't know. Then it turns out today there's another girl that came out that says she was in like the adult entertainment space. She's either a stripper or she's like an adult actress. And I'm just like, dang, bro, you got like three of them? And two of them, and well, one of them is for sure pregnant, and the second one saying she might potentially be pregnant. And then the third one just came into the mix. She's just like, what the heck? Like, I didn't know about either of these two other women.
Well, I mean, shit, man.
And this man Zion's not playing. So it's like people in the media have been like, what have you been spending your time doing, bro?
Why is he not playing?
I don't know, because he's not really all that healthy right now. And it's crazy because it's like
What's wrong with him?
not a couple weeks ago, really a couple months ago, maybe about a month and a half ago, maybe he said somebody was interviewing him after like one of their like workouts during like the playoffs, and they were like, when are you gonna come back to the court? And he was like, I'm ready to play right now. He was like, at this point it's just a matter of when I feel like Zion or not. And everybody in the media was roasting him on that because it's like, bro, you just said you're healthy. Now it's a matter of when you feel like.
No, I'm so confused. You know, I don't be in the basketball world, so this is a person that's already getting paid, and he just get to like sit out and not play.
I mean, he's saying he's not ready to play, and it's just
But
like,
who can say that? No one can say that. I've never heard basketball players just say that, and no one, and there's no consequences. There's no.
I mean, NBA money is guaranteed though, but it's just like, bro, your team is in the playoffs right now, and you're saying you're healthy, and if you're healthy, you would be a major factor in helping your team get further into the playoffs. So it's like, bro, why are you not playing? And then it's like you got all this other stuff going on that's just now coming out. And it's like, bro, we need you to focus on basketball.
How old is he?
I want to say he's like 22, 23. Something like that.
I mean, shit, man. Discipline. You got all that money. But that's the thing. Discipline. It's like, he probably want to have fun. You got to think about it. He young, all that money. But he probably ain't able to have as much fun as he wants, because if he really want to be that top tier, he got to keep his head in the game, and that's going to take discipline. That means you ain't really going to be, you got to be Kobe status.
I mean, he got strippers and stars coming up to the house, bro. He got plenty of entertainment. That's what it sound like to me.
That's what I'm saying, but like, that's my point though. It's like, if you put yourself in Kobe's shoes,
You got him on house call.
Kobe would have been in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Fuck them. You know what I mean? Not saying he wasn't fucking with, but we know the gym came first. And that's facts, and that's the way it should be for. And I feel like if you want to be one of the greats, so, and this is just me speaking off ignorance, but hey,
No, that's fair. But yeah, this man Zion out here wilding in these streets.
shouts out to the stars getting that money though.
Yeah, another feel. I feel like that's another reason why they're probably mad because they like all thought they was gonna be the ones to like
Secure the bag.
secure the bag via the baby.
I just don't understand. You like, I don't know what, I don't even know what to talk about with this. Because it's like, you have all this money, man, and you know what these women be doing. Why would you not wear a condom?
I don't know, man. It's not for me to answer.
And I mean, I ain't trying to judge nobody, but all the fish in the sea, and you want to impregnate a star.
I don't have any answers, man.
I mean, say what you want, like, that's not like a slight against stars, but me personally, I speak for myself. That's not what I'm into. I'm not saying I'm not into stars. We love stars, but you're not about to be my wife or baby mama. You're not. I mean, I don't believe in baby mamas. You're not about to be my significant other. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I don't know. That shit's just
interesting. Yeah, it's crazy because like the second chick that came out that was potentially pregnant, Mariah Mills, was tripping because she was like talking about all the stuff that she let this man, she let him do to her, and it was tripping about like she was like, yeah, like I helped you through X, Y, and Z, and this is how you treat me. And it's like, yo, like all the stuff you let him do to you. Like for real, come on now. That's
like what stuff haven't been done with. That's been done.
That shit that happens in your regular day job. Keep it all the way hot for her anyway.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't feel like he doing anything out of the ordinary. But she was saying that like she was letting him spit in her mouth and stuff like that. Like,
I mean, he's him.
Saying she was letting him like splack off in her mouth. I was like, that's like sounds like what you do for a living.
But not even that though. But like, okay, that right?
Yeah.
But now it's somebody that's making X amount more than anybody that's been around in your motherfucking circle. So that shit hit different. Him. He ain't just a regular star motherfucker.
He's not a star.
That's my point.
But they're saying she's also not like a low grade star either. Like they're saying she's like the LeBron James of this joint. So it's like she feels some type of way because like her being in the industry she's in, she might have been thinking that like outside of the people that she's messing with on the set, he might have been the only person that she was rocking with. So it's like, yeah, you out here messing around with all these other people, potentially bringing stuff back to me. It's like, yo, like this is my living. You know what I mean? Like you can't potentially be bringing stuff back to me, and I gotta actually like use my body to make money.
I just don't understand why.
I mean, they both using their body to make money. If I think about it,
fascination with like
they both perform
falling in love with stars.
Slick.
Like their job. Think about it, man. This is the funny part about all this. And again, y'all, this is me speaking of ignorance, but at the same time, it's not. Some of this shit be common sense. But like, even with the OnlyFans shit, they not getting me. You not getting my money. But at the end of the day, it's all a finesse game. They gonna tell you what you want to hear, right? They gonna entice you in a way where they can either get that money from you or whatever it is they can get from you. Same thing when you go to a strip club. When you go to a strip club, their whole thing is to make you feel as comfortable as possible, so they can get in your pocket.
So they can get your money.
You know what I'm saying? So, and this is just that industry. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say about it. This ain't no disrespect towards sex workers, but at the end of the day, it's a finesse game to it. So if you're in an industry, it's gonna be naturally hard for me to take you serious in a relationship. Stripper is a little different because you're stripping. But I'm using it as a thin line though, because at the end of the day, it's still a finesse thing as far as like you have to talk to a motherfucker a certain way.
Definitely a finesse thing.
You know what I'm saying? So
I mean, it's really more than the talk thing. You got like talk and like present yourself in a certain way.
So with the star, it's like you already looked at in an overly sexualized way. Whether or not you have a real or fake body, you're gonna be looked at in an overly sexualized way based off how you project yourself. So people are already gonna see you a certain way. So it's gonna be a whole lot that comes with that. And I just feel like you being in that light, you naturally have to sell yourself in that sense. So if you're stepping out of that light, somebody has to like see you from a different perspective outside of that. And don't get me wrong, these people have lives. But me being who I am, and I'm speaking from a perspective of if I was like Zion,
Yeah.
I got a lot on the line. And I
Yeah.
got a lot on the line, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
And there's like so many women out here. It just doesn't make sense that you, out of all the people, are the one that genuinely just loves me because I'm me.
Look, I ain't got the answers, bro. I mean, it's also ain't the first time this man Zion done simped. Like, he done got caught. He got caught simping when he was in college at Duke. Actually,
With another star?
no, it was just like some random white chick at like some school they were playing against. And she exposed the whole like conversation they were having like via like Snapchat or something like that. He was all on the phone like, "Hey, beautiful." So I mean, he kind of got a pattern at this. I mean, I'm not surprised. Like,
That's
money
what I'm saying.
don't do, money
So
don't
it's
do
like-
nothing but make you more of what you already
So
are.
he got a taste of that star plus, like, they talking sweet in his ear, I guess. Sweet nothings. You know what I'm saying? And
Awesome nothing.
no, there ain't no awesome nothing. Sweet nothing.
Whispering awesome
Don't
nothings.
disrespect my brand. Shit.
whispering awesome nothings in their ear, in his ear.
Real shit though. And it's just crazy because it's like, man.
Nah, it is wild though.
I mean, it's not an uncommon thing. It's just weird. And then, you know, it's crazy. It's like I say that, but that shit could happen to me, couldn't it?
I mean, it can happen to anybody.
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying that it will, but it's just
Like,
like,
won't put that thing on you.
yeah, but it's like, yo, condom though.
The
That's
right
my
won't put, right won't
thing.
put that thing on you.
Like, cause like even when I go back to the stripper thing, I ain't tripping about a stripper as much as I'm tripping about
What'd I say?
the motherfucking stars. Like, I'll probably consider maybe possibly dating a stripper,
The right won't put that thing
but
on you.
a star though, bro, I'll be hella cool with a star though. We can kick it.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying? But as far as me actually considering you wifey material and putting a baby in you, dog, like that shit's just weird to me. Because for the rest of my life, like like think about it this way, and this is another reason. This is another thing. Back to me putting myself in the shoes of Zion. Let's say I did do this, and now the baby in the oven, and I got these M's. I'm 100 M's deep in this bitch, right?
I'm also just curious, not to cut you off.
Hold on, let me finish. I'm 100 M's deep in this bitch. You technically had a life, people. That's what you get paid to do. No disrespect, but let's just be plain and white, like a black and white.
Are you talking about Shorty?
I'm just speaking out the yes.
All three of the Shorties.
You get paid to.
All three of them.
I don't know what you did beforehand. I don't even know if you got a college degree. Therefore, once I put that baby in the oven, technically, you damn near set for life, which means you technically don't have to do anything for the rest of your life. It's
Nope.
like, that alone is just insane to
Dang.
me. Because it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah, and I'm just curious to know, like, the brands that he is in bed with, are they going to want to associate themselves with somebody who's associated with, you know,
Well, and then
actresses?
And then it's like, you know, if I'm thinking about it from that perspective, your child.
Not to say that it really, you know.
But no, but like if it's the time advances.
Yeah.
If now, luckily, because you said he didn't impregnate the LeBron of the shit, but if he impregnated the LeBron
That's
of
the
the
one
shit,
he probably should have, though.
no, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why. Because the way the times is,
No, I'm just
that
playing.
kid one
He
day,
probably shouldn't have.
that kid
Shouldn't
one
have
day
really got
gonna
any
look
of 'em.
back and be like, yo, you know your mom. Because that's what the point I was getting at. If she doesn't have any type of future plans for a career path, then technically you just settled down with a woman who's known for taking dick for money.
I mean, all of them are, which is why it's like, it's kind of like
And it's just weird. Like you raising a child, and what are you gonna tell your child? Like, it's the same thing with Kim Kardashian that I always thought about. Like, at the end of the day, you're gonna have to sit down and tell
explain your kid to your kid eventually.
Yeah, because no disrespect to her, like she built the empire and was able to make things happen. But let's be real, you were really only famous because of your mom. Your mom made you famous. You don't have no real talent. So it's like at the end of the day, like you look at it from that perspective, you gonna have to sit and tell your child and try to explain to them what you do. And for me personally,
not what you do, what you did.
Right. I'm not about to impregnate no woman that I have to think. If I have to think about it from that perspective, that's already like too much for me.
I mean, good thing you don't gotta think about it. Ain't that right, Playboy?
I guess you're right. Let's move to the next.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
The next subject, still tied to the NBA. We kind of touched on this a minute ago, but I don't know. I feel like y'all probably tired of maybe hearing people mention this dude in the NBA, in the media right now, but I'm talking about Ja Morant. Basically, he got in trouble. Not really got in trouble, but I mean, yeah, he got in trouble anyway over the past like 3 months or so. But just like, messing around with guns and stuff. But off the second incident that happened maybe a month ago? How long ago was that? A month ago?
I don't know.
About a month ago. Let's say 3 weeks. He tried to say it was a toy. And it's just like, dog, like that's the worst excuse possible.
What I'm tripping on is that's his PR team, right?
I don't know if it's PR team or if it's just his personal circle of people, but it's just like
because
that's literally the worst excuse ever. Especially right now. Like, why is it coming out just now that like that should have been your first immediate excuse?
He don't represent us black people.
This shit just wild.
I'm just keeping it a buck, man, because
it's like the jokes just keep writing themselves.
It's because like I don't like to put people on pedestals, and unfortunately, when you are in the NBA and you're black, you naturally by default have
you just by default get put on one.
Well, and you have influence, so
that too.
It's just like disappointing because it's like, man, I don't know that man, and I ain't even trying to judge, but all I know is there's too much money involved. It's too much opportunity. There's a lot of people that would love to be in your position, and you doing stupid ass shit. And yeah, I get it. He's young, and we're supposed to make mistakes and shit. Totally. But at the same time, again, you got opportunities that are in front of you that the average person don't get. And I don't know why, for some reason, that's hard for people like to see that sometimes. Like, we should all be able to see, certain things like the blessings ahead of us. And I'm just like, yo, there's a lot of people that would love to be in your position and they would never do no dumb shit like that. And you fucking a bag up left and right. All for what? So you can get on social media and dance with a stupid ass gun? Like, even if you do have a gun and you are a big stepper, whatever the fuck you want to call it, like,
oh God, you
don't even have to fucking show that shit on the fucking internet. So I just don't get it, man.
I'm just like, laughing at hearing you say big stepper.
I don't know, man. That shit's just
it's wild. I don't know.
I don't even really care to talk about it much either anyway, because it's like, it gets to the point now, it's like, man, you just trying to fuck up your shit.
Basically.
So, I'm gonna let him have it. Hopefully he'll learn. Shouts out to Ja. You keep giving us laughs for the internet.
But I'm just like, a toy?
That's what I'm saying. It's like, bro, like he literally, the fucked up part is, the fucked up part about all of it is like, you already got to deal. He already in a disciplinary situation right now where they're like he's about to go through his whole thing.
Yeah. I mean, they said they're waiting to make the official announcement until like the finals are over.
And like low key shit was kind of getting quiet again. Like the world moves and like we kind of already started forgetting about Ja again. Then you say this stupid ass shit. I don't even watch basketball. So, yeah, man.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just like, and even then, like the whole like,
and ain't nobody telling him nothing. Where his fucking parents? Yeah,
but it's just like even if it was a toy, it's like, I mean, just given the first situation that you were just in, it's just like, bro, come on, bro. Toy or not, you just got in trouble for having an actual gun in a strip club. What are you doing being anywhere near anything that looks like an actual gun? What is wrong with you? A toy?
Like, do they play back any of the shit, or do they go over any of the shit before he says the shit before they release it? Like,
I mean, they said when he issued his apology last time, they said he used Chat GPT. Yeah, so
stop playing.
I'm not.
They gotta be not serious.
I'm not. They said it was like damn near word for word what like Chat GPT would say if you said write me an apology letter.
Somebody still got to go over it though, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, somebody still got to prove it, but I mean,
exactly.
It's just like, yo,
like the fuck, who's approving these messages, bro?
I don't know. I have no idea. It don't make any sense to me.
Moving on, man.
Yeah, moving on. Oh yeah, this is something you want to talk about. Cornell West running for president.
Yeah, third party
in 2024.
Yeah. Shouts out to the legendary Cornell, man. It's unfortunate because I don't even I want to talk about this, but I'm a passionate person and I'm also very
what, realistic?
Yeah, and this shit sucks because you already know how I feel about it, man.
This man about to waste his time.
I don't even care about the presidency. Fuck all this shit. This shit is a waste of time. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can say whatever you want. The system is broken. It's been broken. They never cared about us from the beginning. We had to fight and die to gain rights just to be fucking humans. And they still treat us like shit. And we still fucking play along with this stupid game. But if y'all want to play that game, by all means. So when we're talking third parties normally do speak for the common man and common woman, but unfortunately they don't get no financial backing. So that's already kind of whatever. And then two, it's Cornell West, dude, is so old now. Even if he is speaking from a great place, to get the youth to fuck with you, first off, let's just be real. Black people know who you are if they actually care. There's a lot of ignorant black people that don't give a fuck. And then there's everybody else who don't give a fuck. You got to get all of them to even give a fuck. Good luck on that. And I'm not trying to be negative. It's just the reality of the situation. And then on top of that, your age gap. You being able to communicate with the young people, I just don't see it happening. And even then, who is backing you? Because even if you got everybody to fuck with you, you still need some backing. Because, you can have the world fucking with you. You're still going to need some type of backing, man. And, I don't know. But even through all of that, why do you want to be president anyway? They don't give a fuck about us. And do you really think they're going to let you do what you need to do?
Nah, him not of all people.
Out of all people.
Nah.
And it's fucked up because I would love a motherfucker like him to run for president. It makes total sense. But it's just bro, it's 2023 and you're doing this now, and it's just
it's just one of those situations where it's why now?
I don't even know.
I mean, for me, I feel like it's a why now.
I ain't even mad at him. I ain't even mad at him for doing it.
Nah.
It's just
I feel like at the end of the day, we know you're not going to win. So it's why are you wasting not only your time and energy? Most importantly, your time, but everybody else's time in the process. Because it's we got to listen to you, campaign, and go through all this stuff, knowing that you're not going to actually win.
And I hate to be so pessimistic about this shit, but, bro, I don't know, dude. I don't know. I don't even like talking about politics, but
I don't either, for real.
The unfortunate part is, this is the crazy part, right?
I just found it interesting when you even sent this to me on Instagram. I was like, really? He's about to run for president?
Well, this is the crazy part.
But cool.
The same people that'll get down my throat and tell me to vote, I guarantee you don't even know that he's running. And so it's just, what are we doing, man? That's why I don't even care about none of this shit. Because, a lot of people already vote for the lesser evil anyway. And like again, to bring back up, I dead ass guarantee you, like I have family members right now that got on me so hard about voting, but they don't even keep. I guarantee you, they not paying attention to what's going on for 2024, and I guarantee you,
Probably
they
not.
have no clue that Cornell is running.
I mean, they might. I feel like if it's on CNN, if it's on CNN, they probably do.
They don't. They don't.
I mean, you could ask them.
They're not watching CNN. That's my point. That's my point, though, is that people wanna like push voting on people and shit, but don't even be making sense of their own. A lot of people don't even vote for their own reasons. They vote for the lesser evil. You know what I'm saying? They don't even vote for like legit reasons that make sense to them. And speaking from as a black person, like hell, I see more people like us our age that vote for specific reasons that benefit us black people. You know what I'm saying? Like there's people that are our age that are more proactive to vote because they feel that their vote will count for something that benefits us. People that are older, they a lot of times they are voting for the lesser evil. They don't even vote based off what's going to benefit the future.
I don't know. I feel like low key.
In my opinion, I don't see that.
Old people sometimes low key. I feel like I secretly voting for their own interest as well. Like not necessarily like the lesser evil, but sometimes
I mean, in the past, I'm not gonna lie to you.
You gotta think about these people that are old. They have like their own businesses, own properties, and stuff like that. It's like, all right, well, whoever's gonna give me the biggest tax break? I'm gonna be honest with you. No. It's like I'm gonna say I'm gonna vote for whoever. I gotta say I'm gonna vote for to like actually appease who I need to appease. But for real, I'm voting for the interest of my pockets.
I'm gonna be real with you. That's a small percent. Can I talk plain?
All right, go ahead.
Man, average black people ain't doing that shit, dog. The average black person is not voting based off their business, dude. They vote. A lot of them vote off ignorance. A lot of them don't vote based off something that speaks on the behalf of the black people. They vote because we don't want him in the house. We got to get him out. That's what you hear.
I'm not speaking on that.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's the majority. You talking about a small percent.
I am.
And you talking that, and you know they don't really count. Those are business owners, dog. We talking about the average motherfucker.
All right, well.
That's what I'm saying. And so it's like y'all be saying like vote, but then don't be having nothing to back it up. But then you have somebody like Cornell West that's gonna run, and it's like I believe in Cornell West, but I know for a fact that my people my age is not going for it, and a lot of people I know that are older ain't even paying attention to that. They only worried about, because like it's funny because you do say that it's for their own reasons, but a lot of times it don't be nothing financial. It don't be nothing, like I said, it be stupid shit. Like we need to get him out the house. We don't vote. We don't fuck with him. That's for the past, like ever since I was able to pretty much vote, it was, and this is based off the people around me. And that's why I think also comes to the people around you too. Unfortunately, I ain't trying to talk bad about my family, but a lot of people in my family, bro, they didn't vote based off anything beneficial. Even with Obama, we all know most black people voted because he was black. People didn't vote. People did not vote for real reasons, bro. Be real.
I mean, they definitely did.
Come on, you know they didn't. That's what I'm saying. So it's like, let's be real. Let's not cap. Like a lot of black people don't even really be knowing what they voting for. Me, at least I actually stand for something. Like the reason why I don't vote, it comes from real logical reasons. Like a lot of people be voting and don't even know what the fuck they stand for. It's like, fuck that. I don't even want to vote if it don't make sense. And I already know it's not going to count for nothing. We're already in a broken system. So no, I don't want to vote. Like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like I ain't trying to get down that rabbit hole, but it's just,
I vote.
Shouts out to Cornell, man. I do vote locally. Don't get it twisted. I vote local. I vote locally. I'm just saying, as far as presidency though, and to the audience out there, you should always vote locally. Vote in your city, in your state. You know what I'm saying? I'm just talking about presidency. Like I don't vote that president shit. I ain't with that shit.
Anyway.
Yeah. Shout out to Cornell though, man. Keep doing your thing, man.
Cornell West is running for president.
Keep doing your thing, Cornell. You know what I'm saying? How old is he?
Too old? Old enough?
Before we go into any other Before we get into any other topics, I want to know what you personally feel about this. What do you think is a reasonable age for a president?
Me?
Yeah.
I feel like they should cut that shit off at like age 70.
That's even too old. I feel like once
you hit 70, it's like, hey, bro, you come on, bro. What we talking about?
I feel like once you hit damn near 50.
Okay. Since we're gonna do
But
that,
then
I'd say happy
again-
medium would be like 60. 60
Yeah,
is probably
but then
60 is
again-
probably the oldest you should be, maybe.
I feel like
I'm gonna hold and say 70 because some 70-year-olds are hip and be in tune with shit going on. I say 70. That's old enough for you to still have an idea of what's actually going on
I guess.
and be sharp enough to like still connect the dots
I guess.
if you want to. I say 70.
It would have to be R70.
What you mean, like R70?
As in like somebody 70 from our generation. You feel me? Like us running for president, and then when we get 70, somebody with that mindset of that gender. You know what I mean?
No, I just feel like in general, I feel like 70, because like think about it, my parents are about to be 70. So
yeah,
it's
but
like,
they come from a whole different era, and I don't think they can communicate with.
But I'm just saying in
That's what
general,
I'm
once you
saying.
hit 70, you can't run the country no more. Like, get the fuck out. What you talking about? What you doing? Same for like senators and congressmen. Like, yo, once you hit 70, Supreme Court judges too, like, yo, get the fuck out. Like, what you doing? Like, why is your old ass making decisions for people that you're not even going to be around for in 10 years potentially?
I hate to sound so pessimistic about that shit, dog, but the society hasn't gave us. Bro, when have you ever seen a third party put a dent in something? The only thing Bernie Sanders did was become a meme.
Yeah, I was about to say Bernie's probably the only one that maybe made of. I don't know. It's probably another one
Became a
out there.
meme, dog. He didn't. He literally that made him more famous than the presidency, which is sad. He did more. He became more of an internet sensation and just like culture sensation than he did presidency. Now, correct me if I'm wrong.
I mean, he has some good platforms. He just ain't had a backing. But anyway, what do you think? What do you think is a reasonable age cutoff for? You said 50.
I don't know, dog. I'm just picking up. Like I said, I'm picking up.
Yeah, I say 70.
I really don't know. I like I said, me not caring anyway. I think all this shit's a waste of time. So I don't really know what the age should be.
Cause think about it. If you
I mean, hold on. This is what I feel like. Realistically, I feel like it should be a young person, but I know that a young person doesn't necessarily.
I don't necessarily say young person. I say more somebody like middle age.
Nah, but listen.
Like 30, 40 range.
I
do.
do
Really 40, 50 range.
I do believe that there are young people that are a lot wiser than the average person, even people that are way ahead of way older than them. But it's tricky because even though you have a young person that's wise, that doesn't mean that they're fully developed, mature. Like they're not maturely developed.
That's why I say the 40 to 50 age range is really the sweet spot in my opinion. They're not too old. They're not too young. They got just enough life experience. Probably just got just enough people experience. Like, you can make something shake in the 40 to 50-year-old age range.
Yes, you're right.
But I feel like anything past that is kind of like, even people in their 30s, I'm like, all right, man. Like, yeah, you might be smart as hell, but you kind of immature. But I mean, highly doubt anybody's immature would be running for president. But you never know.
I mean, shit.
You never know.
Immaturity might be a little. You might need a little bit of that in presidency. You might need a little.
Hell nah,
Donald
bro.
Trump was immature. He was petty.
That was a one-off case.
I mean, shit, bro. Donald Trump might have been one of the most gangster presidents we had.
Yeah, he just didn't give a fuck.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
But moving along, kind of going back to like the technology space. Our next two topics are kind of like tied to the tech space. But Apple, I think, was it iOS 17? Is that what they're talking about? The next iOS operating system? Is that what's supposed to be 17?
I don't give a fuck.
We had so many of them over the past, I don't know how many years.
I have an iPhone. I don't even like
I want to say we're on 17. But anyway, they're supposed to be rolling out the ability for you to leave voicemails via FaceTime, which I think is going to be interesting.
They're going to be what?
FaceTime voicemails. Like, so basically you can leave somebody a video message. Let me see it this way.
Well, I feel like this should have already existed.
You said why should it have already existed?
I feel like it should have already existed.
I mean, I agree, but yeah. Basically,
sometimes when a call comes in from an unknown number,
we getting
it's
FaceTime
hard to
voicemails.
know whether it's one you want to pick up. Now, when someone calls you and leaves a message, you'll see a live transcription in real time as they speak. If it's something you want to address right away, you can pick up the call to talk to them right then and there. This is great for calls from friends and family, too. Imagine you get a phone call while in a meeting and want to know whether it's something urgent or if you can wait until the meeting is wrapped. You'll see the voicemail right on your screen, so you can decide whether to step out and take the call. Thanks to the power of the neural engine, live voicemail transcriptions are handled on device, preserving your privacy. And there's another type of call getting a big update.
Here we go. FaceTime. I was like, no,
we've added one of our most requested communication features. Now, when you call someone on FaceTime and they aren't available, you'll be able to leave a message. So whether you're just calling to say hey or want to share a precious moment, you can record a message so that they can enjoy it later.
Yeah, so it is iOS 17. I know it wasn't crazy. Yeah, so basically, somebody misses a FaceTime, you can now leave them a video message, which I think is actually kind of cool. Because, I mean, you might actually just be trying to show them something in the moment real quick, and you can just easily just be like, yo, what do you think of this? As opposed to, like, having to, like, you know, I don't know. I guess you could also send them a regular video.
True.
No, I think about it. But, I mean, I guess it is cool, though, if you have a FaceTime, somebody misses it, you usually leave them a quick message real quick. Like, yo, call me back. I'm at the spot, blase. I'm more, you know, I'm about to hit the store. Where you at? I'm about to hit the store. Call me back real quick. Like, I'm in the aisle with
true.
X, Y, and Z.
True.
You know?
True.
So I guess it does have its benefits. I was thinking it's like kind of unnecessary for a minute, but I'm like, nah, I can see the use in it.
Me being the type of person I am, I'm very, like, I'm not stuck in my ways. I'm always, like, open to adapt to certain things, but when it comes to phones, bro, I don't be giving a fuck. So I really don't even be like, I don't be caring about.
I mean, at this point, I feel like as long as you have the latest software, I mean, you really have the newest phone. You know what I mean?
Like, I don't even,
aside for like camera specs and stuff like that.
They keep putting out a new phone every fucking year, and that's
what I'm saying. Like, as long as you like just continue to update your software on the phone, like, it doesn't really matter what phone you have. The only thing that really gets out of date is like the camera.
That's actually not true. And you don't even get certain iOS past a certain phone.
But I'm saying though, like, for example, you don't really have to buy a new phone every 2 years.
That's not true.
Yes, it is.
Because if you're a person who has an iPhone 8, you can't do none of this.
That's just why I said every 2 years. You don't have to buy an iPhone. If you
have an iPhone 10, you can't do it.
Bro.
I don't think. I'm speaking off ignorance again.
You don't have to buy a new iPhone every year or every 2 years now. Because the only thing that really gets updated is the screen and the camera. Other than that, if you have the latest iOS or have the ability to get the latest iOS, you don't need a new phone. You know?
I'm hearing you.
That's all I'm saying.
I'm hearing you.
Yeah. I think it's kind of cool that they have these two new features. I didn't realize they had the live voicemail thing where you could like get a transcript of the voicemail, which is kind of dope. Because you might want to check your voicemails if you're in a situation where you can't actually listen to your voicemail. But anyway, moving along. Apple also dropped some like goggles. You seen anything about those?
All I know is it's $3,400, and I'm not paying for that shit.
Yeah, it's like supposed to be like $3,500 for the.
Like goggles. I said, bro, I know about some of these things, but I genuinely don't be caring about this type of shit. So, yeah,
I'm just curious to know what they do versus like any of the other, like.
I'm kind of like
VR.
Kind of like what Juice was on, bro. Like, I don't really fuck with VR too much, bro.
I mean, I'm not getting them. I'm just like curious to know what they even really do, because like
there's a bunch of shit. So basically, it's you literally using your eyes as a screen. So you know how you like look at your fucking phone. You literally use your eyes to navigate. So it's like that type of shit.
Once upon a time.
And then also, I mean, I know some of the features that come with it. It's like a lot of different things, but that's one of the cool things that they, I guess, you can say it's cool that they added.
Okay.
Ever.
See, I didn't realize that. So it's like it's almost like what you would imagine it would be in like
Okay.
A movie then technically, right? Those like futuristic movies where they have like the screen pop up in front of your face and you can like so that's what you can do with that.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then that's kind of cool. Not to say it's like even necessary,
It's just one of the things you could do.
but that's actually kind of fire. That you can just have a screen pop up in front of you and it'll know how to. That's dope. Because you can still see through the goggles.
Yeah, like you can control you control the menu thing though with your.
Yeah, it's not like the Oculus joint where you're like literally looking inside of a box. You know what I mean? It's like you seen the videos of people like playing the virtual reality video games, right? Where they can't see their surroundings.
You can't see your surroundings with that either.
Yes, you can. I can see their eyes through the shit.
What you mean you can see their eyes?
Like in the. Hold up.
Like you mean when somebody put it on, you can see their eyes?
Yeah.
Like on the other side?
Yeah.
Like that I don't know about. I don't know nothing about that. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't even know what you're talking about. So you mean like if I put the goggles on, you can see my eyes?
That's what it showed in the picture. Let me see if I can find another picture. Because it's called Apple Vision Pro. Yeah, Apple Vision Pro.
Who's paying $3,000 for this shit, dog?
Yeah, like.
Even if it was like, I mean, why? Like,
look, I'm on the Apple website right now.
oh, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like you can see their eyes through.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. So you can see
Yeah,
through
you
it.
can still see through
I
it.
wasn't really. Yeah.
That's why. These are cool then. Because you can be in your crib doing whatever you're doing, have those on. Like if you're cooking, you can still probably interact with it and not have to worry about getting your screen dirty and stuff like that, which is actually kind of fire. I think it's cool.
I'm not mad at it, but
if somebody gave me one, I wouldn't trip about having it. I probably wouldn't use it for real like that, but it's cool to have.
Yeah, I just can't see what I really need to use with that, bro. They already got us looking at screens, bro. So I just feel so weird about this shit.
I've used the new Apple Vision Pro. I had about a 30-minute demo just using this new headset. I had about 1 trillion questions, so I tried to ask as many of them as I possibly could of Apple to get all the answers I could for you and for myself. So, without any further ado, let's just jump right in.
And for those listening, we're watching this YouTuber, Marquise.
Bro,
Brown
4
Lee.
days ago, 12 million views. That's crazy.
Right. I mean, people are interested in this. Like, watching him give us a breakdown of
Shouts out to
the Apple Vision Pro.
Shouts out to Marcus for just getting that money because it's 12 million views.
Right, in 4 days.
And this is everything you need to know so far about Apple's
He's been reviewing tech for like a minute though.
VR headset.
On YouTube.
So the first question, naturally, what is
but that's numbers.
So first things first, this is a first generation device from Apple, which we don't see very often, but it is an augmented reality / virtual reality headset with a bunch of cameras and sensors inside that you strap to your face. It'll start at $3,500 and it'll go on sale
so you can see
starting sometime early next year. Nobody's been able to shoot video of using it yet, so I'm going to have to do my best with descriptions here, but fundamentally, this isn't something that's paired to your iPhone or your Mac by default. It's a standalone computer with an M2 chip inside,
it's a computer.
its own Wi-Fi connection,
all right.
A roughly 4K micro OLED display for each eye, a set of speakers right above each ear on the band, and then a dedicated new Ern1 chip, which is doing all of the real-time processing from all the sensors that make this headset pretty special, but we'll get to that in a second. So all right then, how does it work? Well, basically, we've seen VR headsets and AR headsets before. It's typically there's screens on the inside, and then on the outside there's some sort of shell which has some sensors on the outside that
so
help
you
detect
can't see on the outside
what is
most
in
of
your
them.
room around you and help to see the controllers in your hands. But with this one, there are no controllers at all. They're not making any for it. There aren't going to be an optional accessory. They're not even going to design any controllers. You are controlling this thing entirely with your hands and your eyes and your voice. So you put this headset on, and basically all over the headset there are an absolute ton of sensors. You have 2 main forward-facing cameras, 2 downward-facing cameras, 2 more cameras for the sides, 2 infrared illuminators, a LiDAR scanner, a true depth camera. These are all to keep track of what's happening around the headset.
Hold up. But this might be a dumb question. But I wonder if there's a way to like FaceTime with that.
Probably.
But like how?
I'm pretty sure they thought about this.
And also to track
Just
your
out of
hands in
curiosity.
front of your face. And then on the inside, there's also a bunch of infrared illuminators and infrared cameras that are purely
That's why this shit's so expensive. All the technology, all the cameras they had to put in that
track
bitch.
your eyes. So there's actually a setup process. Before you even get the headset, you basically measure, you sort of scan your face with the true depth camera on the iPhone, and it uses that depth information about your face to give you a sort of a custom cutout. This will be a process that you can do in Apple stores. But basically, you get the headset with the custom cutout for your face. If you have glasses, there are some Zeiss lenses. But you finally get the headset out, and you put it on. And there's some nice meshing on the back, some fabric that stretches and is pretty breathable. It's built extremely well with all this metal and glass. And then once you get it going, the most impressive thing about this headset,
the back of it looks
most
crazy.
impressive thing is the eye tracking. I'm not even kidding. This eye tracking is sick. So basically, the eye tracking in this headset, as it looks at your eyes and keeps track of where your eyes move around, is the closest thing that I've experienced to like magic. Like I normally don't call tech things sort of magical or surreal like this, but this was, even for a pre-release product, kind of unbelievable how well it does. Anytime you move your eyes around the UI, it would immediately highlight and select exactly what you're looking at, no matter how small the target was or what you're looking at.
That's interesting.
And then when you want to select something, all you do is take your fingers like this and just touch them together. That's how you click.
That's
so you
crazy.
look at something, click. Look at something, click. So there's a calibration process when you first set up the headset, you put it on for the first time, where you basically just look around with your eyes at a bunch of different dots, so it learns your eyes. And then from that point on, you're just cruising, you're sailing through everything.
That's that futuristic shit.
And it's
literally what you see in the movies.
I kind of want
You
one.
looking at the shit and you pick it.
I kind of want
so
one.
this is how the whole UI works. Pretty much every other headset has the ability to use your hands to select things, but most of them rely on the sensors on the outside to keep track of a set of controllers for maximum accuracy. But this massive array of sensors on the outside of Apple's headset,
I got a lot to say about this.
impressively good job
Look
of
at the way
picking
she
up
looks,
what
though.
my hand is doing.
That's
Kind of
my
no matter
problem
where.
right there.
So
Yeah,
like I said,
okay.
there's sensors all the way around.
That-
the thing. They're
that
facing
looks
forward,
wild.
but they're
It's my
facing
problem
sideways,
right
facing
there.
down, so I can just
I don't
kinda
like
rest
this
my
shit.
hand,
It's like another,
wherever
bro, the Matrix.
and look at stuff.
Hello?
And click. I don't even have to move
Like,
my head. I can just look at something.
Take
and
your
just
ass outside,
click my
climb some
fingers.
trees.
I kind of did it by accident a few times. Like I'd just sort of be sitting there, and my fingertips would actually touch, and I'd select whatever I was looking at. But pretty quickly, you get used to just doing this. Now, there are also some text boxes. Occasionally, you want to type something, and so you can look at the text box, select
pause it
it,
for a
and then
second.
a keyboard will pop up, and you can look
Pause
at
it
the
for a
letters.
second.
But also, you
Now I'll tell you what I fuck with.
Okay.
Can they start doing that for laptops? Like we look at the laptop right now. Now once they start doing that for the computers,
But that's basically what that is.
no, but I don't want to wear no goggles. It's gonna get to that point one day where where it's just gonna be built in.
Oh,
whatever
it's like you
device.
just have a screen and it just like and everything pops up basically.
You don't have to fucking, because I don't want to wear no goggles.
But I feel like it's gonna be like to the point one day where it's just like literally a screen just pops up in front of you without having goggles, and like anybody.
It's
in
gonna be
your
based
vicin-
off some sensors somewhere.
Yeah, like anybody in your vicinity
yeah.
is gonna be able to see it.
It'll be some shit. I
don't
do.
know.
I will say this.
This is cool. This is cool.
I love the tech features of what it does with the little. That shit is innovative as fuck. But this type of shit, bro. But I am thinking about it from an OD level. This is hella expensive, and the average person isn't gonna be able to get this right now. Right now. But in the next 20 years, and then it will be way more advanced by then. And you know what I'm saying? It's like this is just the beginning. That's Gen 1. And this is just, there's going to be way more brands that are going to come right behind this. It's not going to stop. And I feel like eventually you're going to end up like that woman right there sitting down. But you already saw this. And you know what's crazy? That little thing we saw where they was talking about what people going to end up looking like from looking at phones and shit. That shit might be real, dog.
You talking about the way the body structure? I mean, the body structure,
Yes.
bone structure and stuff. Yeah, I mean,
That shit legit might be real.
this is cool. This is cool though. I'm not even
just
gonna hold
look
you.
at
We're
a
not gonna
search
watch the
box
whole
field
thing,
and
but
just start talking, and it'll start filling in whatever you're saying because there's microphones on the headset. And there is also something they're calling optic ID, which is basically kind of just the fingerprint ID of the headset because it's looking at your eyes, and everyone's eyes is a different, unique biometric pattern. And so you log in just by putting the headset on, and it looks at your eyes. So optic ID.
that Fed
knows your eyes
shit.
really well.
They got, bro. It is just another way to get, bro. Like, come on, bro.
yeah.
Now they know what your eyes look like. They know how you look at motherfuckers.
I mean,
They know when you mean mugging.
look.
So you've probably seen all these weird looking frames where you can see
What's the fine print
people's
say?
eyes through it.
That's what I'm saying.
This,
Like
this super weird thing that I've never seen in any other headset. So what is happening here? Well, spoiler alert, it's not actually transparent. It kind of looks like it's a glass transparent thing, but it's not. It appears
Never
to be
mind.
because there's actually an OLED screen facing out. This is what I would call a two-way pass-through. That's what I'm calling it. See, a normal VR headset we've seen is, of course, completely opaque. Usually it's like black plastic or something like that. So in order to see through to your actual environment without taking the headset off, like for picking up your controllers or walking around a room without hitting a wall, they have a pass-through mode. So it'll turn on a camera on the outside so you can see what's going on around you. And some pass-through modes are better than others. Some will do it from a single black and white camera. Some will do stereo pass-through from two cameras. Some will do color pass-through. The pass-through on Apple's headset is, again, the best I've ever seen in a headset. It's stereo, it's color, it's sharp, it's real-time. It's really good. So then the eyes you see from the outside are actually an OLED display showing what your eyes look like to the cameras inside the headset.
Okay.
So it shows your eyes like this whenever you're using any sort of pass-through mode, and if you can see your environment, it'll show your eyes. So you're not actually like looking at someone's eyes, but it kind of...
Imagine having to have a class with those joints and you be able to like program a screensaver.
You sleep though.
Sleep the whole time.
As hell.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh man. All right.
That's funny.
feels like you are. Kind of creepy a little bit. I don't know. It's the simplest way of explaining it. If they're doing something fully immersive in VR, like watching a movie or playing a game, then it won't show their eyes. It'll show this graphic over their eyes instead. It's a really interesting look. It's a bold look. I just have this like thought of like you're on a airplane and the flight attendant walks up and taps you. Hey, do you want any water? And you just look up and your eyes shine through the headset. It's just a weird thing. I don't think it's smart, but I don't think other headsets are going to do it because most of them don't have it in the budget to have a screen facing the outside. But then let's get to the burning question you've probably already been thinking. What does it actually do?
All
so,
right,
okay,
I'm
separating this into three bulk categories that I made up, and I'm
What are we
proud
gonna
of
do to the
here,
Jam
which
Sesh?
are computing, content, and connections. Now, actually, I should preface this all by saying this is a first-gen product, so right now the only apps that show up on the home screen are Apple's apps. Just like when the first iPhone came out with no app store, it's
Okay.
just Apple's apps. But the reason this is coming out, or at least getting announced so early, but it's not coming out till next year, is to give this window for developers to start developing their own apps and making cool things for this headset to do that are way more interesting and way more functional. But it
The
does
graphic
have a
designer
core
would
set of
probably have some fun
functions.
with
So for
that.
computing,
That's when I
think
was
this
just
is the
about to
one
say.
that's probably the
That's when the
least likely to
motherfucker
be
like
used
me
by
coming to
most
play,
normal
because I'll
people,
come up
but
with
it
some
is a
apps for
pretty
your
direct
ass.
shot at
You
what
feel me?
Meta just did.
And
with
I'm
the
not talking about
Quest
apps
Pro.
really. I'm just talking
But
about
I'm
a graphic
saying,
designer, like
So
somebody
you
that
can use
does
this
like
thing as its own computer,
even like
with
editing
web
video
browsing,
and stuff would be
etc.,
dope with that.
With these 4K windows in front of you that you can move around and do all kinds of stuff with your
I'm
hands.
good.
Think about
Now,
it.
this will be its own OS.
And being
Again,
in
it's not running
Adobe
off your
Premiere
phone
and
or
that-
anything.
and that-
I don't
It's
like
running
wearing
a
shit on my
whole new
head, and I
operating
already
system
don't want to look at a
called
screen as
Vision
is. So I feel like I
OS.
would
And it
get a little
seems pretty
claustrophobic having that
similar-
on and having my
pretty
face.
similar to
But I'm
iPad
saying,
OS,
though, if
just in
you
the fact that
are one of those people that likes to
you're
be
just
fully
touching
immersed
things in
in
iPad OS, and in this headset,
the program you're using, like it would be cool to maybe see everything like in front of your face in Adobe Premiere, like your little video over here, all your tools and stuff over here.
I guess.
You've been able to just like click and drag.
I guess.
No, I don't know. As opposed to like you having to like, I don't know, use a mouse and a keyboard the whole time.
I guess.
you look at something and then you touch your fingers together, and that's basically just like a normal touch. But I was really impressed with the responsiveness. Again, this was better than any headset I've seen with just your hands. If I wanted to scroll through something like a Safari window, I literally, in air, would touch my fingers together and drag the window, and it would scroll nearly in real time. I would like throw it around, like toss it, catch it, toss it the other way, and start scrolling through things with my finger, resizing windows, dragging the corners of things.
That's what I'm saying.
And I was super impressed with that too. Now, if you're like me, you might have
Might
also had some
actually be
questions about
faster
the
to edit
sharpness.
videos.
Like, do I really want to wear something like this for a long time to work like it's on a computer? And I think that was also pretty smartly addressed. They use a selective rendering based on
That
the
keyboard is
super
cool.
good eye tracking. So the computing power is basically focusing on sharply rendering the part of the screen that you're actually looking at while saving power on the rest. It's pretty cool, and it works so quickly that I did not notice it while using it. And then the part you're looking at is actually very sharp. Like I said before, they're super high resolution screens, they're 4K. I don't know if I have a number for refresh rate, but it felt like 120 hertz. And, you know, eye fatigue will eventually become a thing with any headset you strap to your face, but this would be on the lower level of eye fatigue compared to what I've experienced with some others. And then for even more heavy work, this is kind of nuts, but they showed it in the keynote. Apparently, if you have a Mac and you want to do Mac OS stuff, you can just, with the headset on, just look at your Mac, and it will pick up what you're doing, and it'll mirror the Mac's display as one of the 4K windows for you in the headset.
So you can...
And then you can even connect a Bluetooth keyboard and a Bluetooth trackpad and start working around.
I mean, I
like
figured
it's
you
an
could connect
actual
your
Mac,
MacBook.
just with a bigger screen wherever you want. And, yeah, ecosystem stuff. So that's
Do not
computing.
spend $3,000
Definitely
on this
gotta try it.
shit.
And of
I'm
course,
not.
there's
I'm just
the,
saying. That's
connection
cool.
stuff. You got messaging.
You can do exactly
type
what I
out
thought you
messages
could
to
do with it,
people.
bro.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Editing
cool.
video, bro, I would be
Just
editing
what I got.
videos. I'll be editing videos on
Now,
that thing
I don't
all
even know
day.
that this is necessarily better than a normal FaceTime holding your phone or like on a laptop, other than the fact that I guess you don't have to be holding anything. But you can have people's windows floating in front of you as you talk to them
So
on
you can do
FaceTime.
okay.
But you might also be asking, wait a second, if I'm not holding my phone in front of me,
Right.
what do other people on FaceTime see? Well, the answer is they'll see a 3D rendered model of
what?
you that was
Yeah, I
scanned
saw
into
this.
the
This is
system
the
from your
feature that I
iPhone
forgot to-
that syncs up and
Yeah.
matches the movements of your face with eye tracking and all the other sensors of the headset.
That's
so
trippy.
I got to try it. It works, okay? So it's not as good as obviously looking at a person. I just feel like a FaceTime, you're trying to have like a personal connection with the person. And this is obviously more personal than an avatar or like a cartoon of you, but it feels kind of somewhere in between. It's kind of like a Google Project Starline, which I just did that video about a couple weeks ago. If you haven't already seen that, I'll leave a link with a like button so you can check it out. But it feels sort of in that like uncanny valley, you know, moving 3D model territory instead of looking at an actual person. It's kind of how I picture it. But then,
All right. Well, we just got hit with another ad, so I guess we're gonna end it there. But yeah, that's the Apple Vision Pro. That's kind of dope. I'm not dropping 3.5 racks. Well, no, not 3.5, but like, you know, yeah, not 3.5 racks on that joint. But
You know what I'd do if somebody gave that to me?
it's cool. I'd take it if somebody gave it to me. What?
Sell it. Get that 3,400. Might give me a little car.
You just gonna sell it for $100 less?
Huh?
You gonna sell it for $100 less?
Why you say that? Why can't I not sell it for the full price? It's brand new. I ain't open it. Come on, bro.
Why am I gonna buy it from you when I can just get it from Apple?
I'm talking about if somebody gave it to me as a gift. I'd sell it.
I mean, if it's gone at that point, you can sell it for more.
You're right, but my point is I'm selling that bitch. That's my point.
You're not gonna want to tap in not once?
No,
You don't
bro.
want to try it not once?
No.
See what it's about?
Do you know what I can do with $3,000 right now?
I mean, you can do a lot with that.
Like, no cap. If somebody gave me that, I would low key be like, bro, you low key should just give me $3,000.
It's cool though. I rock with it. It's cool. I'm not gonna, go out of my way to go get one, but I mean, if one happens to fall into my lap, I'll take it.
Shouts out to the people that's gonna spend money on that shit. You dig?
But yeah, I mean, I guess let's hop into this jam sesh.
Yeah, man, it's getting late.
It is. All right, so the first track of the jam sesh is called Fallin, and it's by Loe Shimmy.
Man, you fucking up the damn sesh.
Here we go. Fallin by Loe Shimmy.
Hey. Shouts out to my. You know who my nigga is?
Who?
You.
Anyway, this is what the album artwork looks like.
What's that? What's the tab on there?
What's what?
There a tab up there?
Tab. Don't know.
I didn't, bro. I'm messing. My bad. I'm curious. I don't be knowing. I've never seen. You use Spotify?
Bruh, you don't be listening.
No.
I told you why I'm using Spotify.
No, I'm saying no, but like, I'm not used to. I don't use Spotify much, so I don't even be knowing what it looks like.
I'm just saying though, like, yeah, I'm using Spotify. I told you why I'm using it though.
And I feel you.
Can't trap in peace, man. Surely try to put a cost on me. I cannot trust you, my own sister put a drop on me. I'm stressing trying to get assist on lawyer charging 3. I ain't looking for no sympathy, pop perky pills and 3. Look at my right wrist, diamonds here, now I'm feeling better. So materialistic, I love switches, I'ma spin them instant. You ain't gonna be shit, you just a trapper killer, stand on business. Then they probably right, but when I die, my children gon' have millions. I'm tired of spinning bins and killing, I'm trying to get rich like Roddy. This little bitch say that she gon' leave me over my dead body. Been popping perkins back to back since I put down the mileage. I up the scope, go check the stats of more than couple bodies. Keep switching, case of problem. Too much drink, it got me nodding. They don't want no smoke, they dodging. Got that lantern green like Goblin. Hold on, the devil calling. Sign this deal and you'll be ballin'. I don't know what to call. Ain't pick me up when I was falling.
Like I was saying, it's funny because you told me about this person when I was in LA. I ended up hearing this in one of the homies' cars.
Crazy how the universe work. Loe Shimmy. Oh, 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 oh.
Alright, the next song on the playlist is called Pass It On, and it's by CEO Trayle.
Okay.
You like this song?
Okay. It's just something to vibe to, man. I ain't crazy about it, but it's whatever. Like, he kind of sound like Babyface.
Kind of, sort of. I can see why you said that.
With that flow, that lazy flow. Except he ain't got a list. This dude got a list.
Actually, honestly, this is kind of cool in general. Seeing, the artwork on Spotify. It's the cool thing about, I guess, using Spotify now. Like this. Do it by day like turning my 10 in Miami, my nigga just fuck it. I got the ammo for Anna. When I walk through, better not touch me. Yeah, bitch, that mean move. Some of my niggas gang bangers, some of my niggas went school. 1080 game changers. Niggas stick or don't move. Bro, just say I got cheat codes, so I make sure I don't lose. Yeah, you keep watching the boss. Yeah, you keep checking my moves. I'ma dive in.
We doing the same move, but I'm going slow with it.
Bitch, them time for shoes, yeah. Proud of my body and jewels. In the gang with the goats and the ghouls. Scared a little fuck nigga boo. If you run into op, nigga shoot. They gon' shoot if they run into you. She ain't sucking, I give it a boot. I'm just looking for something to do. Big ol' bad though running the crew. He the CEO, president too. That's a nigga like, what's it to you? We the chosen ones, only the few. Can't let my guard down, cause they might sneak me. Come over, our part of town. Police still chase me. He upgrade his order now. That shit look snaky. Hey, when he come in, he'll pat him down. He got a Glock, then take it. Must be on arms, speak to CEO. No, I bet arms like a sleeveless shirt if you ain't know. Know my arms scratch, I get your touch, know where to go. Told that bitch I'm the catch. Bitch, I built this from the flow.
How do I make this shit look like I'm holding the phone?
Operations. Chief executive, head honcho, that's my occupation. Position yourself to make like you holding the phone. That's what I'm saying. It's like you like the it's like a weatherman thing.
Yeah,
why the fuck you got that gun of your shit on the safety? Can't tell these bitches none of my business. They might try to break me. Golf gears don't show forgiveness. Need my mama make me presidential, feeling like backdoor Obama lately. Your bottom hand still not really on the phone. When back door walk in, nigga watch the ground and start to shaking. Bring your bitch in here, nigga.
around and get her taken. Yeah, still high speed to bacon. Ski mask ain't no pictures taken. We blessed if we feel you fake.
Song kind of long.
Find some niggas to bout to. At first them niggas didn't want to rap, but now them niggas rap too. It's a Glock inside this man purse. My bitch say it's a satchel. This stick purr like a cat.
The Glock in the man purse.
Demons at you. Know the kicker. I might bomb this bitch. They wanna stop me or say you too calm and shit.
Yeah, I'm not crazy about this track.
I mean, it's cool.
Yeah, it's alright.
We were vibing to it last night.
Yeah, so I don't even know. And it's crazy because when you played this again, it didn't hit the same. I was like, you know how sometimes shit just hit.
It's a good car song. You know, you're cruising in the car. Good song for that.
I ain't mad at it.
Alright. The next track. Oh, that's the one you wanted to play. Silent Death by Benny the Butcher. 38 Special. And Chase.
Well, that's a
Eddie.
track I don't even know if it's gonna work.
So why are we playing it?
I sent that to you first, and then I was like,
I'm about to skip it.
yeah, I mean, I told you, I sent it to you before we had discovered that.
We're not playing this song. We're skipping this one.
Yeah.
Next song is Skyegate. And it's by Blair Sound Design. Whatever this is, sounds like some alternative stuff.
It's a good song. It's one of my favorite tracks. Shouts out to Well-Being. This is actually his homie.
Really? Oh, so it was like in the band of like house? Or they're just electronic?
Electronic.
Okay.
But it's like definitely on that. It's not house. It's not house at all.
Blair Sound Design.
This is one of my favorite tracks that I discovered out in Portland. I genuinely love this song. Like, this is one of my favorite songs. And I have like this music video in my head that I want to do for it. It's a vibe. I just imagine like these kids coming up a hill and it's like a horizon and they're riding bikes. It's like a group of kids. Like, that's what I see in the building up of the songs, like just pedaling and like kids riding a bike. I don't know, it's a vibe. I don't know, it's my imagination, but this shit's a vibe though. You've heard the song. Just sit back and enjoy it. I'm close my eyes to this bitch. Oh.
This song's long.
How long is it?
We got 4 minutes left.
4 minutes?
Left.
Left.
And it already been on for like 2 minutes.
Gotta have that the ride in. You gotta appreciate that build up.
I didn't know this was gonna be one of these tracks. I would have put this to the end. It is what it is, though.
It would have probably been a good closer. That's funny because the track that I sent you, I was like, this would be a good closer. But nah, this would have been a good closer.
I'm trying to figure out what this song reminds me of.
It reminds me. I just got this visual nostalgic vibe.
Do you?
Huh?
From this song?
Like I said, yeah, the visuals. Like I said, I just think of like this,
like early 2000s, like late 90s.
Yeah, kids riding bikes type shit. That's what I was. It's like some neighborhood kids. Like I said, that's the visual I get.
I don't necessarily get kids riding a bike, but I kind of get like people in like their, or either that or like mid 90s kind of people in like New York walking through the city.
True.
People that used to work, that worked in like maybe like the fashion space. But no, it's a cool little vibe. Long as hell though.
It's one of them ones. How you feel?
They're interesting. I don't dislike them. Maybe a different color.
The Solomons.
I see. I might like them in a different color.
Yeah, this is one of those tracks that genuinely put me in a really good mood.
This one?
Yeah. Like, I used to play this shit on repeat when I first heard it.
The next track is called Death Wish, and it's by Thouxanbanfauni. And it's featuring NevachangedLux.
How do you say his name?
Cool. Thouxanbanfauni?
That's not how you technically say it though.
Thouxanbanfauni.
Because I've always been curious about that. Because when you look at his name,
think about it, it's like thousand.
I've always said Thouxanbanfauni, but I always when I looked at it, I'm like, is that really how you say it though? Because I've been saying that.
Yeah, Thou. Sand.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So I'm not tripping. It's kind of catchy, but it's just funny because like my brain, I always naturally saw that as Thousand Band, but when I looked at it, I'm like, yo, is that really Thousand Band, or we just always say that? Because I've always said that. But no, but you're right. But now that even with the sand part, I'm just being slow. High moment. Because I've been saying that though. Thouxanbanfauni. But it actually, my dumb ass just now realized the Zan part and really just put the two and two together. Like, he just said it. I'm dumb as hell. But one thing I learned, you can't make no mistakes. I done took the skin off of my back for some snakes. Just for niggas to shit that shit off of my face. Coop niggas smell like Triss. I brought the clock, can't scale my shit. Get out my mind, never felt like this. Put it in
this song's almost over, but here's the album artwork.
That's a real death kiss. You don't want smoke, that's a real death wish. Bad bitch, 10 out of 10, chef's kiss.
I like this feature for the Jam Sesh.
With the song?
No, just being able to show the screen.
Oh.
All right, the next track is by Frazier, Trill, again, and Pierre Bourne, and it's called System.
Hey.
Shit, you know life is a motherfucker, man.
We can't get caught in the system, bro.
Yeah.
You hear me?
I'm listening.
I don't want to hear you. I don't want you to be a victim.
They babies is dying, the streets is a mess. The police is killing. Bullets are feeling, they still in your soul. The streets is the same. Better stay in your lane, this shit is no game. You can get smoked, cause niggas is broke, and that ain't no joke. Better watch your back, and keep your fire, that's no lie. They die over jewels, get left in the pool, these niggas is fools. Nobody is safe. Slow down, nigga, life not a race. Feed you safe, get you some cake, buy you a rave. I can be stuck in the system, I can be stuck in the system. I can't be a gun victim, I can't be a gun victim. No, I can't be stuck in the system, I can't be stuck in the system. No, I can't be a gun victim, I can't be a gun victim. No, I can't be stuck in the system, I can't be stuck in the system. No, I can't be a gun victim, I can't be a gun victim. No, I can't be stuck in the system.
You can't do that.
Right.
No, I can't be a gun victim, I can't be a gun victim. No, how many niggas don't make it? When I was broke, it got crazy. I did some shit I ain't favor. Niggas still owe me some favors. I got like 20 some flavors. I get complaints from my neighbors. I had your bitch in my stable. I'm doing shit you ain't able. Every day can't enable. Nigga get killed by they label. Either you on or off. You can get killed in your loft. I send them past to the north. He hit the gun in the couch. Internet running your mouth. Now them boys running your house. I can be stuck in the system. I can be stuck in the system. No, I can't be a gun victim. I can't be a gun victim. No, I can be stuck in the system. I can be stuck in the system. No, I can't be a gun victim. I can't be a gun victim. No, I can be stuck in the system. I can be stuck in the system. No, I can't be a gun victim. I can't be a gun victim. No, I can be stuck in the system. I can be stuck in the system. No, I can't be a gun victim. I can't be a gun victim. No, I can be stuck in the system. I can be stuck in the system. I can't be a gun victim. I can't be a gun victim. I can be stuck in the system. I can be stuck in the system. I can't be a gun victim.
All right, y'all. You know what the deal is. Per usual, we appreciate y'all coming through. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment. Don't forget to subscribe. And most importantly, share with your friends. It's been real. We'll catch y'all on the next one.
Holla back.